What is going on, guys? Today we have got Lucas Leiva. He obviously is, I don't know if he is considered a Liverpool legend. I suppose he did play at Liverpool for quite some time, and obviously he's made himself at Lazio. He's been there a couple of years, getting a couple of team of the seasons. It's interesting to see him. He's back up from an 84 to an 88 now, with the chance, if they do score, I believe CDMs count as attacking, still it's midfield. So I believe if Lazio score 6 goals in their next 5 domestic league, he goes up to a 90 rated CDM. I must admit, I'm slowly coming around to this promo. Yes, some of the players, even with a +2, are not as usable. You could argue that Lucas Leiva isn't usable even at a 90, but it's nice to have more 90s that you don't normally see. Very unlikely that you see a Lucas Leiva as a 90 before team of the season, and I do like that. There's quite a few cards that kind of go over that threshold, and we are getting more and more informs that are becoming very close 88s, 89s, and I enjoy all the 90 rated cards, which hopefully either we do go past 99. I don't know if they plan on doing a 100 card, but they've got to do something, because this year has been probably the most 90 pluses before team of the season that there ever has been in terms of the variety. You'd have to do the maths, but I feel like it's got to be up there. In terms of traits, unfortunately we have nothing, and in terms of the chemistry style, we'll be whacking a big boy shadow on this guy. We did just literally pack one untradeable, so it saved myself 4k in terms of getting that, but he comes in at an 88 pace, 94 defending CDM. He is 91 overall as a CDM or a centre back, so it's very interesting to see what this card would be like as a 90 rated. With the 88 pace, it gives him 91 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, absolutely fantastic, and he gets 99 interceptions, 98 standing, 99 sliding, and 91 defensive awareness. Being 5'10", I'm expecting a bit of heading, nothing too testing, because you never know of the midfield. They could have someone 6 foot and plus up front, and he's not really going to outhead them every single time, but the odd occasion I'm quite happy with. Agility balance is relatively decent. We've got good reactions, composure's fantastic. Obviously if he does get a +2, we could be seeing a 94 composure, 90 Lucas Leiva. Obviously strength and aggression looks good. He looks like he should be a solid CDM, so I think for me, I'm quite happy with the stats. It's now down to, is his animations gonna let him? And unfortunately he is stuck at a 3-star, so if his animations are good, it would literally just be the 3-star that holds him back. But let's jump into him and see what happens with him. Into Lucas Leiva, let's see what we can do with him. I'm gonna try and push him, get into the midfield. It's lovely. Okay, that's Lucas Leiva again, stalking his prey. See what he can do in terms of tackling. I like his cover. It's very nice. It's very agile. Seems like he's quite quick to move around the pitch, which is always nice. Sometimes you can get them CDMs that just feel so clunky, and that's nearly winning the tackle. Manages to kind of block him off and then gets that into little interception, which we decide, you know what, let's just give him the ball back. Lucas Leiva mopping up the mistake that we made with the keeper. The one thing I like about Lucas Leiva is I feel like he could definitely be quite a nice passer of the ball, but then his defensive ability definitely puts him in quite a top tier centre mid CDM for me. Lucas Leiva's going to chase down Renier there. He's got Diaby going in. Lucas Leiva, I've moved him out of position. Lucas Leiva's going hunting just before we get into half time. At the minute, solid CDM at the moment. Not really let too much through, to be fair to him. Gonna knock it into Lucas Leiva in one moment. See what we can get with him. Managing to keep the ball. Just gets tackled by Diaby. He isn't one for really holding on. Dribbling wise, you want to kind of get it out of his feet and really kind of just start playing with it more than just kind of holding it and going for that one. Like, he'll make sensational through balls, which will really help the attack in motion. Lucas Leiva with an absolute beautiful outside of the foot pass. Nedved gets to it. See if we can get an assist off this bad boy. We see Maradona coming in, and it's a cracker of a cross. Comes from a Lucas Leiva outside of the foot, and that's exactly what I said about his passing. Passing, defending, come into a very good mixture for Lucas. Into Leiva. To Essien, back to Leiva. Can we find a little ball into Nedved? Leiva's coming to assist with the defence. Obviously, Lahm was put out of position, and he does it beautifully. Manages to use his strength to get that ball back. Lucas, find that pass. You've always got to find that intricate pass, and he can definitely pull that off. Oh, and that's just the result. Maradona's going to score them all day long. Into Lucas. He's going to find Diatta. What can Diatta do? That's the question. Back to Lucas, into Mane, or into Maradona, in fact. Lucas, Leiva coming in, does lose it, but he does manage to quell that attack, as he definitely was going to go through an attack then. Lucas Leiva managing to block everybody from going forward there. So if we are going into the overall then for Lucas Leiva, solid card. Nothing really too spectacular from him. I feel like he's unfortunately just built the way he is in terms of on FIFA. It's very much how I describe Muller, how I describe Pirlo. They don't translate very well. And even though stat-wise looks phenomenal, animation-wise a little bit blocky, sometimes gets lost in play, does make some great tackles, I won't lie, I really did enjoy him, but I think the animations mixed with the freestar let him down enough to maybe not warrant him in this game. Because if we do look at some Serie A centre mids, I do normally specifically go with the league and then have a look at the nation just to see the options in them sort of categories. Tonali was a great one. Player moments, it was an objective card, very nice. He's got good animations and overall just a very nice player. I want to know actually, what is he? He's a 3-star, 4-star, and very much like how I'd like Lucas, I don't need the 4-star skills. The 4-star weak foot would be the perfect one to get from him. Other CDMs you've got, obviously you've got Milinkovic-Savic as more as a box-to-box. Chiellini wasn't awful, but very blocky, even more so than Lucas. I suppose if you've got Milinkovic-Savic headliner, then obviously that's quite a good card. Kessie as a box-to-box is fantastic, but is coming in a little bit of a price difference in comparison to Lucas. So I think for me, you're really comparing him to Tonali, and then if you were going Brazilian, I know Casemiro is there. Geez, that's a lot of icons. Casemiro is there. Obviously the pace wise of him isn't amazing, but you have got the likes of Marquinhos, who for me, if you've done that SBC, was absolutely fantastic. A very good CDM if you do have him, and definitely would be ahead of Lucas in my opinion. In terms of the generations of him though, he has come a long way. Obviously very average rating, never anything too spectacular, but he was kind of a consistent player, and Liverpool were his team for quite some time. Literally I think from FIFA 10, probably even before that, all the way up until FIFA 17, and then obviously he has made his debut and team of the season debut for Lazio, so it's a big upgrade for him. He could get a 90 card, which obviously was higher rated than his team of the season last year. He's coming in at under 100k. Can they do it? Who knows? I'm personally giving him an 8 out of 10. Let me know down below what you think about Lucas and if he will get upgraded. But after that, make sure you like and subscribe.